feeding passage. Too narrow. Hello and welcome to another video. As you'll see from the thumbnail, today's video is the dreaded TB test. These guys. So the vet has already been, so we've already done the test, and today is the results. So the vet will be back and we'll be examining the animals to give them the all clear. We hope they get the all clear. Hopefully the vet won't mind being on the camera and we'll get to see that, and we will also ask the vet, what is TB, what's it all about, why do we do these tests yearly, and so on and so forth, because I don't know the answers, and I'm sure some people watching here probably don't know the answers, so it'll be good to get a bit of input from the vet, provided the vet doesn't mind answering the questions on camera. So that's today's video. Before we get stuck into that, a big thank you to everyone who liked, subscribed and commented on last week's videos. Really appreciate it, and please, if you like the videos, give me a thumbs up. If you have any comments, put them down below. Just walking into the shed here. And if you it's free, drop me a subscription, would greatly be appreciated. And yeah, that's it. So for today's video, we're going to be working with these guys. Hopefully all goes well. So sit back, relax and enjoy the video. These ones are a bit over friendly, trying to eat my GoPro. Well, they don't have any side so what else is there to eat? Give the GoPro a go. Anyway, right, back to work. Okay, so the reason why we're having to feed the cows like this is because, one, the vet is coming in about an hour or so, and we don't want to set in two bales because we'll be tripping over them, and you'll see from the feeding passage that this is also our crush. So if we put in two bales, we'd block the whole thing up. So we're only putting in a little handful of silage just to keep them quiet and stop them from roaring. To tide them over. Once the vet goes, this will all be lifted out and we'll feed them properly. However, we also are using the digger because if you remember last week I mentioned the feeding passage, the ramp into the feeding passage. I'll go show you. Right, so we can't drive on this with a forklift or the tractor, which we normally use to put the bales in, because as I said last week, in my haste to get this dug out, I forgot about this. So the only way to put it in safely is to push it over with the digger, and you don't have to drive on it. So that's why we're using a little digger. It'll be, I don't know, maybe 2-3 weeks before this is actually sorted, because the wall's going up. The wall will be going up on Monday. So it'll take a couple of weeks for that to set and harden. So we're going to be stuck feeding the cows this way for another, I don't know, maybe a couple of 3 weeks. Not ideal, but gets the job done. Down the passageway. What type of cows are in here?
The white heads is Hereford.
They're Herefords.
The red white ones is Shorthorn, and the other red ones is Limousin.
Limousin, Shorthorns and Herefords.
Yes.
And what's the bull? He's a Limousin.
Limousin.
Look at this guy.
That cow there is half Limousin, half Shorthorn. Half
And that's her calf there, is it?
that's her calf.
That's a very late calf, is it not, for us?
Yes.
Our calves are normally born in March,
Yep.
and then they're sold at the market. When do they go to the market? September.
No, the market in February.
So you keep them roughly a year here. Well, how come this dude is so late?
She just didn't appear in calf, and she should have done along with the rest. And then when we got her checked, she wasn't calf, so we let her stay. Or she'd have been away, she wasn't in calf.
So then these boys here up the top, they'll be ready to go. Or are they staying here?
Them,
Are they all staying here now for the winter?
aye, they're here for the winter.
Aye, but them boys weren't born in February or March, were
No,
they?
no, they were last year's calf.
Are they replacements then?
Their replacements, them four as four heifers, which is replacing the old, but you see them two, one up there, they're older cows. And then we're going before Christmas, probably to the market or whenever I spend the calves.
These two boys at the end here.
They're 10 years of age.
I was just pointing out one of the mistakes we made whenever we built this is we made this feeding passage too narrow
Yes.
because you can't even get the big tractor in here, or you can just about get the big tractor in here. One of the things I was just saying to my father there about was whenever we built this cubicle house, very hard to see, but we made the feeding passage too narrow, and the 6290 just fits in. Like, you couldn't get a sheet of paper in either side, it's that tight. And we had an issue. When did the calf get hurt? About a couple of years ago?
4.
3 years ago,
3, I know, 3 or 4.
where we were feeding, and as you bring in the silage, you stick their heads out like this, and the machine caught one of them on the jaw. I think it was in the jaw, wasn't it? And broke its jaw, and the animal then had to be put down because couldn't eat, and it would just waste away. So modern feeding passages are I'd say a couple of feet wider, if not more. This was built in what, 2005. This house in Duxis. What, 18 years?
Yep.
But that's the one issue here, is the feeding passage. Everything else fine, but the feeding passage is the issue. But we just work with a forklift, and that the forklift you can see out of, and if you see an animal that hasn't put its head in, you can stop. But if you're feeding with the tractor, you can't see as well, and that's why we normally use the forklift to feed the animals, because it's also narrower and you can see better. It's safer for the animals. But as I mentioned earlier, we're feeding with the digger because you can't get them in the forklift. It's not safe. So there you go. That's the animals fed for the next hour or so until the vet comes, and then we'll stick 2 bales in. We'll lift this kit out, stick 2 bales in, and they'll be fed properly then. And that'll do them till tomorrow. You want to let them out? All of them? Come on. Okay, hold on.
What's the biggest reactor you ever got? Someone had to find out just watch, there's one coming up in behind there.
Right, folks, that's the end of the video. Unfortunately, I didn't get to ask the vet a bit about tuberculosis, so she was too busy. But you saw the animals being checked, so they were tested earlier in the week. Then vet was back to measure their neck to make sure that the thickness of whatever the reaction that they have is not over a certain limit. And thankfully, all passed, so that's good news. So the vet's gone now, and the animals are back in their pens again, and we'll probably start feeding them, but we'll do that shortly. So that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and yeah, I'd love to hear from you. Any comments, stick them down below. Hope you enjoyed it. That's it for now. Thank you. Bye bye.